Hello, welcome back to Blendmore LiveNoding. In this episode, I would like to share the creation of this mount Blendmore using geometry nodes. So this is actually really simple. Okay, by the way, if you're using iMac M1, turn off the shadow. It's a lot faster. Okay, so, and also the cavity. So it's basically super simple. It's just like kind of like a terrain creations. We have 4 monkeys head hidden somewhere, which if I kind of move the monkey head, you see this thing underneath will actually update and try to cast a ray to connect the monkey head. Okay, so that's basically what's happening, and they're all kind of blending together because in the end I'm using voxel volume and just remeshing everything into a single piece. But this monkey head I can just hide. So four monkey underneath, and then the mount Blendmore itself, bringing the monkey head into the scene. So this is I just drag and drop it from here, and then just set it to relative so it understands the position in 3D space. Join all of them together, and then the nodes that's doing the job is this RAYCAST. Okay, so there's of course this join geometry and the point cloud that's being distributed on the surface to remesh the creations in the end, but the one that's doing the job is really just the RAYCAST, and the ray length might need to be adjusted if you want this kind of, it depends what you want. You can play around with the ray length, but basically the ray length is connecting the monkey head into what's underneath. Okay, so I think RAYCAST of 4 is pretty good, and so we have something that look kind of like a mountain. So this just ray, the surface underneath this terrain being casted with the monkey head and then just blending together. So that's really what's happening. Oh, actually ray direction should be 1. If I change this to -1, it's gonna RAYCAST to whatever object underneath, if I have object underneath actually, but for now it's just set it to 1. So this terrain is being casted to the monkey head and then being blended. So the terrain itself is made up of just simple grid. I can reduce the grid to less resolutions. Okay, maybe this is actually looking a little bit even better. So low res grid with some offset on its positions, of which I'm using the normal and just a mixture of basic noise. So I can play around with this noise, Musgrave texture. You can use Voronoi noise texture that you can actually just use 4D texture and just animate it. Animate the W, and you're gonna get a different terrain. Same thing with Musgrave, just animate the W, and you can see how it's updating down there. Okay, Mount Rushmore, you can feel free to actually just export this out and print it out for yourself. You can replace the monkey head with anything. You can scan your own face, for example, your own head. Scan it using the iPhone and just create your own version of Mount Blendmore. Actually, I want to have Ton's head, maybe Blender's Guru's head, maybe Jack's Luke head, I don't know. But that's basically the setup. Okay, so noise and color ramp, this is just to changes to the contrast just being added together. I can multiply actually. Yeah, it's gonna be actually add is better, and just use this value to multiply the normal of the grid, and then using it with the set position and raycast. Okay, this is actually, it might seems pretty weird, but yeah, I'm using the is the raycast being hit from the grid into the monkey? If yes, then use it as selections and then just change the position to confirm. Yeah, it's just offset the position, I think, or just use the position of the monkey if the raycast is found. If you actually skip instead of using join geometry, if I skip everything there, you can see what's going on. We actually have this surface, so the grid is being projected to the monkey head, so it's like a wrap. So that's basically what's happening. However, when we use join geometry, distribute some points, and then point to volume, blah blah blah, this one something you play around with. So this is with less points being projected to make the volume. You get this hollow looking I don't know if I like that, but yeah, it seems to be quite efficient value. There's a bit of hole. Okay, maybe increase this a little bit more and just play around with this point density and size and amount and grid. This value can be very sensitive. Adaptivity, you can set it to 0 if you want to. It's up to you. I like it with adaptivity on because it gives a certain characteristic to the result. Voxel size, let's say if I make this larger, okay, sometimes you get this result. This means you don't have enough voxel. Radius, look, with the radius, if I make it bigger, it's gonna be kind of chubbier. But if you can try, instead of grid, you can try amount, maybe size is easier to work with. Voxel size 0.02. Yes, you can get similar result, but play around with that anyway. If you want to print this out, you might actually want to set up the base, and the easiest way to do that is just extrude it manually, I guess. Select the bottom part and just extrude it out. I guess this already has thickness, so let me try. So create a duplicate. Okay, the duplicate is still reacting with the monkey head, so I just, in this case, I just apply this, go to the bottom part, go to edit mode, select from the bottom. It's only selecting the bottom, right? And then just move it down, scale it in z-axis to 0. So you should have the base. This is for 3D printing. I guess it's not perfect. I mean, just use boolean, I guess. Just use boolean. It's easier. There must be a better way. This boolean with the cube. So monkey minus the box. Well, this might take a while, but anyway, that's basically the idea, just so that you can print it out with all nice solid watertight. Okay, I did the process twice. But anyway, that's basically the mount Blendmore. Hopefully you find this useful. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye. oops, this one.